Boyfriend bought me my dream car for Christmas, and the most common question that I get asked is, how did we meet? So I'm gonna give y'all a lowdown on me, him, how we met, our first date. We met last summer on a dating app called The League. Basically, it's like a more professional version of like Match or Hinge or Bumble. You actually have to connect your LinkedIn to the app, and then your profile also has to be approved before you can even see matches. So everyone there is like pretty much career oriented. We were both working in tech at the time. He still works in tech. He has a director position at a really good tech company. For our first date, we went to Speakeasy for some drinks, and then we went to this nice Italian restaurant after. My first impression of him was like he was tall, handsome, and kind of muscular. Because like if you've seen any of my videos about dating, my criteria for dating is not necessarily like looking for the hottest guy. I made it a point to only date millionaires, and I was looking to see who I got along with the most, who I had the most chemistry with. I thought he seemed like a pretty good guy so far. Like, you know, he was opening all the doors, pulling out my seats, being very gentlemanly. I love a gentlemanly man. We had a lot of great conversation. We took a Waymo from the Speakeasy to this nice Italian restaurant. He said it was one of the best in the city. The server came over and asked for our drinks, and then he asked me if I wanted wine and what kind of wine I like. And then the server brought some samples of wine over, and then he bought a bottle of wine of whatever wine I chose. We did like family style sharing. I usually like to do that even when I go out with my girlfriends. I like to try different things. And he likes that as well, which I feel like that's one of the things, as silly as it sounds, like that's one of the things that I was looking for. I like when we can share stuff. You know, I don't want any like only child energy. That's like not the vibe. Oh, he was really like focused on me and like, oh, what kind of foods do you like? Do you think this sounds good? Do you want that? You know, really kind of like catering to me. And anyone that knows me knows like I'm a huge dessert person. And so when they were reading off the desserts and like my eyes were getting all big probably, and they also have chocolate truffles. And so we ordered 2 desserts, and then they had like 4 or 5 different truffles. And I told him, or asked him, well, which one should we try? And he said, well, there's so many. Should we just get one of each? And I was like, yeah. But it's just like the small gestures that I really appreciate. Like even when the food came and then he was like serving food on my plate. I remember he told me that he had this big long trip planned because he traveled at the time. He was traveling quite frequently for work. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Because I had